particular episode of the Real Housewives of Lagos. Guys, it was insane. It was loaded. It was loaded with so much action. I just could not get enough. It was so exciting, guys. It was so exciting. I thoroughly enjoyed every single second of watching this particular episode, guys. And I'll give you a couple of reasons. Okay, maybe not a couple, but I'll give you a number of reasons why I thoroughly enjoyed this particular episode. Number one, finally, there was clear evidence that those of us that has been seeing through all of Laura's acts, yes, all of Laura's drama, all of her shadiness, we are not mad when we clearly stated that Laura was actually acting the drama for a reason. Guys, on this episode, there was clear evidence. You'll see it. I'll unpack all the juicy tea. Number two, guys, I've said this before. I don't know if I've said it actually, but I'll say this again clearly, that the Laura that I am seeing on this show is the queen of manipulation. Hands down. No caps. Laura is extremely good at executing, at carrying out, at displaying, guys, emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation. That girl is so good at doing that. Not only that, guys. Number three, I felt like at some point it was also very, very good to see Laura at her most, okay, maybe not most, guys, I'm not sure because I don't know her outside of the show, but it was actually nice to see Laura at a very, very vulnerable state. Yes, I really enjoyed seeing her break down to Toyin. I'm going to give you all the juicy details about that. I'll share my thoughts about what I thought about that moment. And then, guys, that was also the part of Mariam, guys. Honestly, this episode put on full display how sweet Mariam is, guys. I fell in love with Mariam's character on this particular episode. I've been seeing her, yes, and I felt like she was kind of shady. I felt like at some points that she probably did not have a mind of her own, you know, because of, you know, by virtue of the fact that she's friends with Toyin and partially Laura, so she'll probably be biased, you know. But on this episode, oh my God, she was just a darling. Every single scene that she appeared, I thoroughly enjoyed watching her. Another thing I also observed was the way Toyin handled situations on the show. I felt like Toyin was really, really sweet on this particular episode. I really loved Toyin's personality on this particular episode. Yes, and then finally, the dramatic part. The dramatic part of, guys, my hair is thoroughly falling out right now. I don't even understand, but I cannot wait for episode 11. But you know what? Whilst we are waiting for episode 11 to be released next week, let's first of all focus on all the juicy events that took place on this particular episode of the show, all right? But before I start or continue, let me officially welcome all of you back to my YouTube channel. You're welcome back. My name is Gloria Elijah, and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the tea. Guys, ignore this hair. This hair is just misbehaving. Ignore the hair, all right? Focus on the content. Focus on the content. So, I am the girl with the tea, and if this is your first time coming across my video, thank you so much for clicking to watch. You are the realest MVP. But please do not forget to hit the red subscribe button to become a part of this family. Just do exactly what you see on your screen, all right? And if you always want to receive a lot of my videos, right? If you love content like this on this channel, we give the most detailed, factual, accurate analysis of reality TV shows, movies, and trending social topics. So if that is the kind of content you like or enjoy, hit the white bell button. It's called the post notification bell. That is one of the fastest or easiest ways that you can receive a lot of my videos. If you are a returning subscriber, you're welcome back to our family's conversation. And don't forget, guys, tomorrow is Saturday. You know what happens on here. We have our Saturday FSWG YouTube live stream, all right? There's going to be a truckload of things we're going to be talking about. So don't miss out. And all of that said, let's just quickly jump into the video. So this episode started with Iyabo giving a reason why she had asked Caroline that very weird question. If you all recall, the end of episode 9 was Caroline complaining when they arrived to Dubai that she had misplaced her 50 million worth of diamond bracelet given to her as a Valentine's gift by her lover, her boyfriend. And she was really sad. And that was when Iyabo had decided to ask her that crazy question. Oh, was it your ex or is it your current boyfriend? Which of them? And it made me wonder, like, okay, I don't understand. Iyabo, are you keeping tabs on Caroline's love life? Are you monitoring the people that she's dating? What's your business? You know, I felt like that was really, really insensitive. Toyin too had been insensitive at that point in time, but on this episode, Toyin was kind of very, very considerate, lenient even. And although they all laughed about it, right? Caroline at that point in time did not really pick offense, but during her confessionals, she termed it as Iyabo being disrespectful. And I was kind of disappointed that Caroline did not address it there and then. I expected her to at least, you know, label it out to Iyabo that, listen, what you asked, that was quite disrespectful and insensitive. But then they laughed about it. But then, what's her name? Toyin, during her own confessionals, made a statement. Frank with you, when Toyin said that, I couldn't help but agree. Yes, I felt like, Caroline might not forget that shade in a hurry. But then it did not stop there. Remember, guys, the ladies were actually chilling for a couple of hours at a villa. According to Toyin, they were going to be moving to another villa that was going to be their home for 7 days of her celebrating her 40th, right? So afterwards, they all went to, guys, that villa looked so old. You know all these old houses on the mainland of Lagos that has all these ancient interior, you know, some people might want to say that, oh, it's actually vintage, it's actually antiques, but with all the bragado that Toyin was actually giving us, that, ha, I'm the queen of the hostings, blah, blah, blah. Guys, to be very honest with you, I was expecting something more modern, something more luxurious. But looking at that villa, I don't know, shower, but in my opinion, it was just way below my expectations. And then something quite hilarious happened. So apparently, during Toyin's, is it cultural event, the ladies had played a game and Mariam had won the game. So the reward for her winning that game was that she was gonna get the biggest room when they got to Dubai and lodged in any hotel or villa or whatever. And so when they had arrived, and Mariam was not having it at all, but not in a malicious way, you know, but our banter was kind of friendly, you know, and it was just very, very hilarious. But then that did not stop the ladies from moving on to the next phase of their fun. So they had dinner. It was at this dinner that Laura decided to, once again, to make herself the center of attention, because according to her, she was being ignored, she wasn't getting attention, she was not getting all the attention she needed. And so she was already calculating, okay, what do I do to create drama? And that was exactly what she did. Now, how did it start? So, of course, everybody was excited, everybody was in such high spirits, everybody was in a good mood, ready to have fun, ready to keep the ball rolling. And Toyin had been kind enough to, and gracious or generous enough to provide the ladies with some beautiful Asian looking kimonos. Guys, it looked, I don't know, why did you give it to her, guys? I mean, it was quite exciting and fun watching them going back and forth. Meanwhile, Laura was the last person to arrive at the table. Now, according to Toyin, Laura had already started causing drama at every single point in time. Oh, Toyin, where's the Wi-Fi? Toyin, where's this? Where's the that? And it was kind of getting to Toyin. Toyin was getting irritated because for her, she just wanted to have fun. She did not want any drama. And according to what Laura had said during her confessionals, she had a lot of work to do. Advertisers, they had been calling her, that's her clients, they had been calling her, they had been disturbing her to, you know, get to work, whatever they had paid her for. She needed to talk to her husband, she needed to talk to her family, and she needed to sleep. And guys, I'm sorry, see, at that point in time, I didn't even know if I should be irritated, I didn't know if I should be upset at Laura, but I kind of found it funny that, listen, nobody dragged your ass to Dubai, but you're here now. If you want to work, don't put it in everybody's face. Why are you acting as if they put a gun to your head and say, hey, Laura, you must go to Dubai, you must attend Tiannah 45, like, what the hell? And so she had arrived last at the dining table, yes, and as usual, Laura was withdrawn. Laura detached herself completely from the conversation. She was actually sitting opposite Caroline. So she wasn't talking, the ladies were having fun. And Tiannah, of course, or Toyin, whichever, had actually told the ladies that, listen, this is my birthday, I'm the host, but feel free to introduce any kind of fun you want us to have. You know, I'm open to anything. And so Iyabo had been the first to say what she was going to do to make the trip fun. Chioma had said that, oh, since she's an adrenaline junkie, she was going to do what and what, although they used a lot of laughter and talks to cover it, so I didn't even get to hear what Chioma said she was bringing to the table. And then give them a great time. Now, at the point in time when Caroline was saying that, Laura's face was stone cold. Now, this is Laura's perception about the whole scenario. Perspective. She felt like ever since her fight with Caroline, Caroline had manipulated all the ladies to take her side, to be against her. Which is quite weird to me, guys, because I was just wondering, like, Laura, how so? How exactly so? You have been the one causing all the drama, okay, most of the drama from episode 1. You are the one that's been isolating yourself. You've been detaching yourself from the group whilst still attending or even organizing gatherings with the rest of the ladies. Even at your own gatherings, you still go ahead and cause drama. How exactly are the ladies taking Caroline's side? For every single one of those ladies on that table, you have offended them and you have never genuinely apologized to them. So why would they not be wary of you? Why would they not be avoiding you, not even ignoring now? Why would they not be avoiding you so that you do not burn them with your negativity, with your toxicity, with your drama? Why not? It was from this point in her confessionals that she started feeling sad, and then she started talking about her being lonely, sad. Guys, I'm sorry, but I wasn't buying it. I was shocked. I was shocked that Laura could actually feel bad. I'm going to be very frank with you all. See, Laura almost bought me over. She almost convinced me with that her minimal purgation of emotions, right? Guys, I almost bought it. But then, Laura, with that same breath, stated that she needed attention. The way she was looking like, you know, someone that was high on something and had been deprived of that thing, and she was going to do whatever it takes to get that thing. It was like, oh, I need my drama shot. Yes, I haven't had drama on this trip yet. Oh my God, I need my shot. Like a junkie. And she went ahead to start creating the drama. So this is how she went about it. She announced to the ladies that, oh, she loves the safari, so she's going to take them to the safari for a quad bike ride. And everybody was pretty much excited, you know, but they were also kind of careful because they were not sure which Laura they were actually relating with at that time, because Laura was actually acting bipolar, has been acting bipolar. You know, one minute she's looking okay, the next minute she just might flip. So they were kind of excited, but they were also controlling their emotions. They didn't want to be overly excited so that Laura would not be offended, you know, and start throwing, you know, bullets here and there. Now, after she made that announcement, guys, I was thinking that, okay, peace is going to finally reign on this trip. Laura decided to start rudely, you know, bringing up conversations about the friendships on the table, you know, the relationship dynamic. I'm going to be very frank with you. If you and I have issues and we've not ironed it out and we've not sorted it out, and then you want to come at me the way Laura was addressing Caroline. Caroline, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Hey, God. Okay, the civilized part of my brain is going to do exactly what Caroline did. I'll walk out on you because I will not take that crap. But the ratchet part of my brain will attack you verbally. I will attack you. And if the verbal attack is not enough, we'll probably get into another fist fight. Because for me, I felt like, guys, that was very, very rude. Extremely rude. Number one, Laura has issues with people. Like, she has a people problem. Don't address people like they are babies. There is no woman on that table that is a child. Apart from Laura, of course, that acts like a child. Even a child probably is more mature. You don't address women like that. They are all millionaires in their own right. Those women, they have something huge going on for them. So why the hell would Laura address them like that? Telling Laura, yes, telling Caroline, oh yes, Caroline, I'm talking to you. Like, who the hell are you? For what? According to Caroline, it wasn't like she actually walked out on the conversation. She actually needed to use the restroom because they had been on this trip like the whole day. Nobody had eaten, they were all exhausted, and then Laura chose to bring that conversation. So she sat down, right? And then the next thing we heard, of course, the other ladies, they had something to say. Chioma had her own to say. Toyin was obviously exhausted. She had a lot to say during her confessionals. And so they sat down to listen to what Laura had to say. Now, Laura was coming with so much vehemence, talking about, oh, on the plane, I was looking at something, I looked at, first of all, she said she looked at Caroline. Later, she now lied or changed it, that, oh, she was looking at something on the board or one thing, that, oh, Caroline looked at her back, and then Caroline, I mean, what the hell? Hey, guys, yes, if indeed, as Caroline said, it was a night flight, People were sleeping, people were exhausted. How possible was it that Laura spent the whole 7 hours of that flight staring at Caroline's face, staring at Chioma's body language to observe things against? I mean, guys, is that not obsession at its peak? Tell me what it is. At that point in time, I really liked the fact that it was now Chioma's turn to lead the conversation on behalf of herself and the rest of the ladies, because she had to tell Laura pop and plain, your energy is negative. Even when Toyin also agreed and told Laura that, listen, even Mariam here, you still owe Mariam an apology. And you know the funny thing, guys, in all that Laura was saying, she was not willing or even agreeing at all to apologize to anybody. And so she gave Mariam some form of apology, yes. And guys, we all knew that that apology was not remorseful. It was not a genuine. But according to Mariam, it's Toyin's 40th birthday. She just wants everything to just move on and they should just forget about it. And guys, Laura did not disappoint me with her next statement during her confessionals that, Mariam had to come and put her own because she wanted to brag to Caroline and Chioma. I'm like, why does it always have to be about Caroline and Chioma? What the hell is Laura's problem with those two women? What is the problem, Laura? And then Iyabo decided to scatter some tables. She decided to implicate Toyin somehow, guys. And thankfully, Chioma and Caroline, they laughed it off, yes. So what did Iyabo said? You remember the statement that Iyabo made that Caroline was a follow? Iyabo fully painted the scenario. And guys, it was just nice that Chioma and Caroline, they laughed it off and they were like, oh, we're going to be follow for lives, you know, that kind of thing, guys. Because already I was picturing and visualizing the scenario, the hectic, dramatic scenario that would have played out if Caroline decided to take that statement to heart. But then she did not. And then moving forward, everybody said what they had to say. And Mariam, of course, was not convinced that Laura's apology was real to her, you know, but then Laura went ahead to apologize, yes, that she wants to be included in the fun. She wants them to have fun on this trip. She doesn't want any problem. She doesn't want any drama. You know, she wants to be included in everything. And they all laughed it off. But then most of the ladies said during their confessionals that they know that this is not genuine, so they're just going to be on the watch. Now, on the bus, they were on their way to the safari and it was going to be a 1 hour long drive to the safari. I was kind of irritated. You know those people that obviously they are the problem, they are the drama, and then, you know, they want to seclude themselves and make themselves look like, oh, nobody likes me, that kind of thing. And that was exactly what Toyin said, you know, that Laura started again doing all of that. And Iyabo was just busy making fun of, you know, the whole situation. Caroline, I beg, at least spray Laura some dollars, you know. But guys, it was just so hilarious. And Laura, on the other hand, instead of her to go and join the ladies in having fun, she stayed where she was. And then she was making statements during her confessionals that, oh, they are all ignoring her. They probably have planned that on this trip, they are going to ignore her. They are not going to mess up with her, blah, blah, blah. And then she said, oh, it was getting too much. It was all childish. And I'm like, no, dear Laura, you are the one that is very, very delusional and childish. Because it's a group of 6. 5 people are on one side of the bus that's even more spacious, having fun. And you want to go and squeeze yourself in the cramped part of the bus. So are you expecting all 5 of them to come and join you in your tiny little kingdom? Or are you going ahead to go and join the group and have fun, even put down your pride and even pack some dollars as well? What's your problem? You know, in my head, guys, it's just like, nah, Laura, you are the one that's childish. You are the one that's been acting childish. And on this particular occasion, you are the one that's being extremely decided not to join them for the camera, just to sit around as a spectator. Laura at that point in time was exhausted. She said she felt like throwing up. She was feeling dizzy. And guys, this reminded me of the interview that Toyin had, I think that was 2 weeks ago. She had mentioned on that interview that Laura was pregnant. And so guys, when Laura was saying that she felt like throwing up, she was feeling dizzy, blah, 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 I was now wondering like, okay, could it be that this pregnancy thing, if really Laura was actually pregnant, could it be that that is part of the reason why Laura had been acting cranky and, you know, just bringing drama here and there? Guys, could it be the reason? I don't want to say that is actually the reason, no, but could it be part of the reason? Now, I'm asking those of you watching this video right now that's been previously pregnant or has experience about how it feels to be pregnant like that. Just go ahead and let us know in the comment section below. Do you think it is the reason or probably part of the reason? Oh, before I forget, Toyin completely cracked me up on this particular scene, yes. So whilst they were riding the camel back, Toyin had this to say about Caroline's ass That was shady as hell, but it was with good intentions. It was not malicious, which was why I thoroughly enjoyed that joke. Now moving on, they also went ahead to watch the belly dancing. Quite fun. Now in the midst of all of this, Mariam had a huge surprise for Toyin. Now, according to Mariam, she had actually kind of liaised or planned with Toyin's husband to, give her a surprise visit in Dubai. And guys, it was so beautiful to watch. On the other hand, I'm sorry, I was just pissed. I mean, if my spouse, my partner, my husband, boyfriend, whatever, surprises me like that, dude, take off the freaking mask. So that when I see you and I want to jump on you out of excitement, I should be able to kiss you. I should be able to lick your face and say, oh my gosh, my love, you here? That kind of thing. I should be able to, express some PDAs with you. But this dude, this man, wore a white face mask. Because guys, he had obviously been wearing a face mask since he met since he married Toyin, which I understand is their thing. But guys, I'm sorry, it was just a huge turn off. A moment that was supposed to be beautiful. I mean, it's Tiannah's birthday, for crying out loud. A moment that was supposed to be beautiful. This dude comes around, wearing a freaking mask. And it made it so awkward. Tiannah was obviously genuinely surprised. She was even shocked. She jumped on him. She was hugging him. She wanted to kiss him, and then she remembered that the guy was wearing a mask. Hey, Jesus. So, hold down. Close the door, lock her, lock gates, hide the key, because it is not yet time for baby number 2 from that man. So whilst Toyin was having a romantic moment with her husband, Chioma and Iyabo decided to break away from the rest of the ladies to go have a private conversation. Now for Chioma, she had concerns. She was worried, or should I say concerned, about Laura's sudden and impromptu switch up in personalities. She was wondering that, could it be that it's because Laura knows that she's stuck up with the rest of the ladies for the rest of the 7 days, and she knows that she's going to feel left out of all the fun and everything after offending the ladies, and so she's deciding to make peace for now, and then would probably return back to her dramatic self. And if Laura's apology was actually genuine, what the rest of the ladies felt, so that it wouldn't seem as though she was the one that was actually acting off. And according to Iyabo, she believes that Laura is basically acting everything, that Laura has literally planned up all her drama up until that moment. Laura knows what she's doing, so the best bet is to just ignore Laura for whatever she does, or whatever kind of drama she brings moving forward. Guys, what those two ladies were actually saying, guys, it was so legit. I mean, they were right when they said that, of course, obviously Laura enjoys the attention. Whenever she's causing a drama, she enjoys the attention and all of that. So they should just go ahead and ignore her and see if she'll be able, or what else she will be able to feed off of, since it's obvious that she feeds off that drama. So they should just ignore her and see how she thrives on that. And so the next day, because Toyin's husband had arrived, there wasn't enough space for him to, villa that they had rested for a couple of hours before moving on to the present one that they were at. So because of the, should I say, the surprise that Mariam had pulled off on Toyin rather, Toyin had decided to give back the biggest room in the house to Mariam. Mariam was over the moon. Mariam was so excited. She was jumping all over the place. But whilst everybody was, it was all in a good way. Yes, Laura was feeling so sad and left out. She was feeling alone. She was feeling lonely. According to her, she wanted her friend back. What Mariam had done, she felt like she should have been the one to do it, because according to her again, she was closer to Toyin, that nobody told her they were pulling off the surprise. And I'm like, Laura, when people were busy putting on their thinking caps, when friends like Mariam were busy putting on their thinking caps and thinking about how to make Toyin's birthday a special one, you were busy putting on your dramatic cap, thinking about how to come and make the whole event dramatic, disregarding the fact that it is your friend, as you put it, your close friend's birthday. So you're supposed to be focused on coming to make her happy. You were busy thinking about drama. Mariam, on the other hand, was thinking about Toyin's happiness. So which one is nobody carried you along? Even the other ladies, Chioma, Caroline, Iyabo, they were not aware of Mariam's plans. So why are you always shifting the blame of your hey Jesus, English will not fail me. Why are you always shifting the blames of your inconsistencies and your inadequacies or your unreasonableness onto other people? For once, Laura, take the blame. Take responsibility for your actions. Anyways, a beautiful moment happened later. So whilst the rest of the ladies were busy gushing over Mariam's room, because she had the best room, literally. She had the best view of the water area of the city of Dubai, you know, so they were just having fun over there. Toyin had actually left to go and check up on Laura because Laura did not join them. That one, she was busy licking her wounds. That is, if there's any wound at all. She was just busy, you know, lamenting wherever in her confessionals that she feels bad and all. So Toyin had gone to check on her, but Toyin was being very, very formal because she did not want to strike up any altercation between both of them. And so Laura had used the opportunity to say, well, they should have a conversation. Now, guys, there's something about the way Laura talks. It comes across as her being kind of aggressive. And I'm sorry, but if you do not understand Laura's kind of person, if she's talking to you, you might just be unnecessarily getting upset. You might just be picking offense. Because she had, you know, melted down during her confessionals. But right there in front of Toyin, she was sounding all aggressive like, oh, you must listen to me by fire, by force. And I must commend Toyin, guys. I must commend Toyin because from this particular episode, I really saw that Toyin is very, very patient with Laura. She's very, very considerate. She's very, very understanding with Laura. And she's very, very extremely patient with Laura, even though there's that age gap between them. Laura's manner of approach in communicating with people, especially Toyin, guys, it's very rude. It's very disrespectful. You're trying to make peace with your friend and you are still rude. You are still raising your voice at her. Guys, with me, you know, go work. I'll leave you there. You stew in your misery. And once again, Laura was reporting Chioma and Caroline to Toyin that, oh, when they were going for the safari, and Caroline did not want her to enter a certain car, and Toyin was telling her, but that's their car, you know. And Laura was like, this is that. And guys, to be honest, I loved the fact that Toyin was very, very honest with Laura. That listen, you always fail to accept and understand that people are different. You offend people. People get hurt by your words. So you don't offend people and expect them to immediately get over it. It will hurt. And they need time to heal on it. You know? But Laura was still standing her ground. She was just acting all, you know, emotional. And guys, once again, I really want to commend Toyin for being a mature person with Laura. Because trust me, if Toyin wanted to reciprocate Laura's energy, the years she missed Toyin and all of that, guys, they made up and they settled their differences. But once again, guys, I must say this again and again. Laura is very manipulative. Even with the way she reconciled with Toyin, guys, I felt like she played an emotional blackmail on Toyin. She refused to accept her wrongs. Yes, and she was just very, very manipulative. Very, very manipulative, passing on the blame, expecting Toyin to understand that, oh, but I am your friend. You're supposed to be on my side. Be on your side, Bawo. I don't understand. Una can't fight. Is this a rugby match? Anyways, that was where this particular episode ended, and we saw snippets of episode 11. And guys, the most shocking snippet I saw was the altercation between Chioma and Caroline. Guys, I lost it. Honestly, a lot of things were said, and even though I did not hear all the conversations, that all the things they said, you know, in the midst of their altercation, guys, automatically I think I started putting two and two together to understanding why these people actually ended their friendship. And honestly, I am totally looking forward to watching the episode 11 of the Real Housewives of Lagos. I don't know about you, but focusing on this particular episode, I have said my piece. Just go ahead and let me know your thoughts. Let me know your observations in the comment section below. Hey, let me just put this disclaimer out there that my analysis of this show, of any show, especially this show, guys, is based off of what we are shown. I do not know these ladies in real life. I'm not in their circle. I don't know them. So if you have a contrary opinion to how I view the characters of the show, the ladies, please feel free to share without clamping down on anybody's opinion, because at the end of the day, we all have a different perspective to how we view the show. That said, I'll see you guys on tonight's episode of the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye reunion show. There's a whole lot to unpack, and I'll also catch you guys tomorrow 3 p.m. WAT on our FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream. Do not miss out. Make it a date with us, and I will see you guys soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.